I want to talk to you guys today about something that's very, very important, and that's taking care of your dogs. I'm gonna give you a little information on how I do mine. I can tell you I've done it the wrong way, and I don't even have to ask. I know there's some guys out there that's not doing what they should. I was one of them at one time. The information has always been out there. We just have a tendency not to want to go and get it. We think the bare minimum is enough. But until you lose some very good dogs at a very early age because of negligence on your behalf, that's when you have a wake-up call. And I've had mine. So today I want to discuss with you guys how and what my monthly routine is as far as me taking care of my dogs here at Action Pack Kennels. As far as flea and tick prevention, I use two different vaccinations. The first one is Credelio. Now, this is a 1 pill per 30 days. So 1 pill a month for flea and tick prevention. Now, with this particular one, a puppy only has to be 2 months old. So if I'm having some issues with puppies, especially during the summertime, you'll see where they're kind of losing their hair. Now I can tell you, I thought it was all outside stuff at one time. I thought it was an exterior thing. I'm thinking, their skin is, parasites on the skin and so on and so forth. But as I've educated myself a little bit more on this stuff, I found out there's stuff internally that causes skin irritations. So this is an oral medication that you give your dogs, and outside of just killing the ticks and fleas, it really helps them get over any type of irritations or skin problems that they may have. And this is what I would recommend for young dogs, because you can give it to them as early as 2 months of age. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, we have a 3-month application. Now, a puppy has to be 6 months old and older for this one. Now, this is 1 pill per every 3 months. So, at the end of the day, this will cost a lot less than buying this, but if you bought 3 of these, it will be more expensive than this one. So, this is Prevecto. Now, it really helps with irritation when it comes to dogs. Skin rashes, irritations, what we call the mange. And there's so many variations of that. So I don't want to specify which one, but I know if I see them losing hair or any of the above, I will, make sure that they get this. Now, I pretty much give it to them most of the time, so I really don't have that problem. But occasionally, if I see anything outside the norm, I will definitely give them this for that purpose, on top of tick and flea prevention. That's what it is made for. It definitely, if you give either one of these medications, you will not see ticks or fleas on your dogs, guys. So you can use collars and so on and so forth. They got so much stuff out there in the market, and I'm sure other things work. I'm just conveying to you guys what I use here and what really, really works, because I really keep them in the field, outside of these next 3 months. We're in July, August, and September, and it really gets very, very hot in the month of July and August, and it starts cooling down in September. But for some reason, that's when we start seeing most of our snakes. I think they're going to den up or something. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but to see them definitely make you not want to be out there with them and, expose your dogs to them. Okay, as far as intestinal medicine and heartworm medication, this is what I use, Interceptor Plus. And what's unique about this is that it's one application, 1 pill for both type of, worms. You have heartworms, which used to be treated by itself, but now and I'm sure there's other things out there on the market, but this is what I use. This one also take care of roundworms, hookworms, tapeworms, and whipworms. So this one pill takes care of all those worms and heartworms. So at the end of the day, this is what I use. Haven't had a problem since I've started. Back in the day, before I really took my kennel to another level, I was using a vaccination for heartworms that was not even a dog's vaccination. It's a swine vaccination, but it's recommended, and a lot of guys use it and still use it. And if you're not having any issues with it, that's on you. I wouldn't recommend it. I was using it, and I had dogs to come up that were infected. This Dexamethasone. This is a drug and a half. I have saved some dogs, guys. If I had to guess, probably about 5 or 6 dogs in my lifetime. And I say that because they were so lethargic, had to go pick them up, had to go find them. They couldn't make it to me. And I keep this in my bag. Once I administered this, roughly 30 minutes, 35 minutes later, you start seeing a dog come back to life. And prior to this, I was using, what is it? I can't even think of the name right now, guys, but it'll come to me. But anyway, that does the trick too. But this is recommended for that, and it's stronger, and I can assure you that it really, really saves lives. Dex is for short. That's what we call it. So, but guys, until next time, and I'm gonna think of that name in a second. Until next time, Benadryl. Benadryl, that's what it is. I used to keep Benadryl. That was recommended. No longer. My dogs are too important to me. And I'm going to make sure that I have everything on hand to save lives in case of an accident, and make sure that I'm able to prevent any issues by giving them what they need monthly on top of food and water. Another thing I've done that makes a big difference, guys, I think, is, in my kennel, all my dogs are off of the ground. Parasite live on the ground, so to keep them off the ground, you're not exposing them to a lot of things that live there. Now, for you guys that got your dogs on the ground, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. God made animals to be on the ground. This is man-made stuff to keep them off the ground. So, but I really feel like I have a real good, clean dog when he's up off the ground. Also, I have a water system that allows them to get fresh water daily. That means a lot, guys. I mean, we are all creatures of God. So at the end of the day, we want to put fresh stuff in our bodies. What we take in has a tendency to make us feel good or bad. So keeping fresh water with the dogs, keeping them off the grounds, I think that has really, really helped with, taking care of my dogs. So guys, hopefully you guys, got some information that, you didn't know about. I've had a lot of guys from time to time ask me how and what I gave my dogs. So I decided to go ahead and do this so that it can reach the masses. So until next time, take care of your dogs. You take care of them, they'll take care of you. A dog that's feeling good is going to run to its top ability. Over and out.